May I come in, sir?
Please come.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning,
Good
morning.
morning. Yeah.
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Your name, please.
My name is Gautam Vivekanandan, sir.
Okay. So, Mr. Gautam, this is your first attempt.
Yes, sir.
So good. Congrats. You've
Thank you,
done
sir.
well.
Thank you, sir.
And let us start. When is your interview? No
Sir,
date?
it's on 30th Jan, first day, sir.
Which is not written here. Okay. Okay. Please tell us something about yourself.
So my name is Gautam Vivekanandan. I come from Valsad, Gujarat. That is where I did my schooling from. Thereafter, I pursued B.Tech in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya College in Anand, Gujarat. Thereafter, I worked in TCS as Assistant Systems Engineer Trainee for 6 months, after which I decided to pursue a career in civil services. Some of my hobbies include singing songs, playing instruments such as guitar and tabla, playing and watching sports such as badminton and football, and I tend to write poems sometimes, sir.
Okay. Now, Swami Vivekananda had some connection with a place called Khetri. Are you aware of that?
No, sir.
No,
Sorry, I'm
okay.
not aware of that.
Khetri is in Rajasthan. Anyway, but which year did he go to Chicago for his famous speech? Any idea?
Sir, I think it is 1893. I'm sorry
You
if I'm
think
wrong.
you're
sir.
not sure? Okay, doesn't matter. Now, you have studied in a Birla Institute. Can you tell me the brief life sketch of Mr. Ghanshyam Das Birla?
Sorry,
No,
sir.
no
I'm not
idea at
aware.
all. Okay. No, railways, your dad was working.
Yes, sir.
This having a bullet train, which we are having, isn't it a wastage of money and all that? For a poor country like ours, we need otherwise so much of railways and infrastructure. Why spend money on a bullet train? What's your view?
Sir, I would not say it is a waste of money. It is definitely an investment which I believe will reap benefits in the future.
What kind of? It's a very small stretch between Pune and
Yes,
Maharashtra.
sir. Yes, sir.
So,
Sir, I believe other than the revenue part which the train will generate, I think it will create a very good image for India.
so only for image we should burn a hole in our pocket.
No, sir, definitely not. Sir, I believe although the bullet train project is, I think, a good initiative, I also believe that simultaneously we should also make sure that our other trains, the passenger trains as well as the goods sector, is managed well side by
apart
side,
from
sir.
image, do you have any other reason to support this?
Sir, the revenue factor, I certainly believe
Revenue?
that. Yes, sir. It might not be very soon, but eventually with the.
How much revenue on a small stretch it will have?
Sir, I believe the train which will be covering, although it will be covering a short distance, but it will be a very high speed train. So the people who travel in that, especially the business class people. So I believe that if the ticket price is appropriate, I think certainly revenue
Achha,
can
you're
be
a
generated.
footballer and Pele has gone,
Yes, sir.
above. How many goals did he score?
Sir, officially around 783, FIFA says that. But from Brazil, there are reports that he scored around 1200 goals, sir.
Why? So every time I've seen you're using the word around. On everything you use the word around.
Sir, because.
So,
Okay, sir.
so that's no answer in a way, How much is the defense budget of India?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not aware of that.
You're not aware. Do you know what is Agniveer scheme?
Yes, sir.
So what are your views? Should it have been there or not? Because there were a lot of protests about it.
Sir, I believe the scheme which was introduced to bring down the age, I think that is a good step because bringing in more youth will certainly help, especially in dealing with tough
No,
conditions.
but what are other objections of people? You know this.
Sir, people are objecting to the fact that after the completion of the time period, they might not get a chance to get a permanent job in the
Actually
army.
for 4 years. So
Yes, sir.
So what is your view then?
Sir, I believe that simultaneously the permanent scheme should also be carried out, and the Agniveer scheme can be an additional scheme which can definitely help with.
It is an additional scheme.
Yes, sir.
So?
So, sir, I believe that those who perform really well in the Agniveer scheme, and the army believes that they can certainly be
But
an asset.
everybody will not be absorbed.
Yes, sir.
So tell me your view. Should it be there or not? Because people are saying this is cheating. You are having people for 4 years, then throwing them on the road.
Sir, I believe if they perform really well and they stand
Rather,
exceptionally apart.
If they don't perform, actually they'll be thrown out.
Sir, but
You're not answering my question.
yes, sir. I understand. Sir.
Tell me this now. Let us say that you get selected in the IPS, and in Valsad you are superintendent of police, and one day you get information that at a place X in your jurisdiction, people are indulging in violence. Serious violence, they're burning buses, throwing petrol bombs, doing things like that. What action will you take?
Sir, certainly the first step would be to make sure that law and order is maintained in the area. So definitely police might have to use force to make sure that at least those who are dismantling.
So force used in what way?
Sir, the usage of barricades and usage of such barriers and
use of barricade and barrier. Is it use of force?
Sir, barricades so as to make sure that the violence does not spread to much more area, and using personnel to make sure that at least those who are severely dismantling public property and hurting others, at least they are quickly arrested and taken so as to make sure that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Gautam, you are an engineer,
Yes, sir.
electronics and communications.
Yes, sir.
And you worked in the TCS.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think you are fit for a civil services job? You
Sir,
have no exposure to it.
yes, sir. Sir, I believe civil services is a very dynamic job. It is a very versatile job, and I believe that my personality is such that perhaps I can fit into that role. I am someone who likes to do multiple things. I am not restricted to certain one specific domain. If necessary, I can definitely do that too. But given the fact that civil services offers a very diverse experience, I think I can certainly do good. And sir, apart from that, being someone who has learnt and been in the field of technology, I believe that especially with technology playing a major role in the coming years, I think I can certainly make use of that too, sir.
So you're basically going there for the experience of it.
Not just that, sir. It would definitely provide me the opportunity to be a part of the nation building process too, and also it will definitely help me to build a personality of my own, sir.
Okay, so if you are a district magistrate of a district in Gujarat, how would you utilize your experiences with technology
Okay, sir.
to improve the administration, district administration? First of all, before answering this, tell me, what do you think is the role of the district magistrate? What does he do?
Sir, I think the role of the district magistrate is to make sure that all the relevant schemes or initiatives which the government has passed down onto the district, they function effectively. And I think district magistrate also keeps an oversight over all the functioning within the state, the administration that takes place within the state, sir.
Within the state?
Sorry, within the district, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay, now you answer this question. How would you utilize your expertise
Okay, sir.
in improving the implementation of schemes? You mentioned
Yes, sir.
he implements schemes.
Yes, sir.
How would you enhance the implementation? Because that is where the problem lies.
Yes, sir. Sir, I believe technology can play a good role, especially in identifying beneficiaries and making sure that inclusion and exclusion error are minimized as much as possible. So that is one thing which definitely technology can help us with. especially with Aadhaar being linked with various sources. I think definitely we can minimize inclusion and exclusion error using technology.
What is this inclusion and exclusion that you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
There is a scheme to distribute an X commodity to the poor people.
Yes, sir.
Where is the question of exclusion or inclusion?
Okay, sir. Sir, for example, if there is a scheme wherein only a certain set of people are supposed to be beneficiaries of that scheme, for example, the poor or those below poverty line. So in that case,
Take this example of giving nets to fishermen.
yes, sir.
To fishermen in a coastal district.
Yes, sir.
Now talk about inclusion and exclusion.
Okay, sir. Sir, inclusion error will happen if those who are perhaps not fishermen or perhaps who are not the sole owner of that fishing business.
Where does technology come here?
Sir, in identifying whether they are,
Somebody can go and check.
sir, I think technology will make it more easy, and with technology.
Okay, what else? What else?
Okay, sir. Sir, I think technology can also play a role in improving the education system, especially in government schools. With new and better technology, the foundation learning of students can be improved, especially with.
Mr. Gautam, you are a district magistrate. You are not making policies at the state level.
Yes, sir.
So at the district level, you are only implementing policies.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You're
sir.
not formulating policies.
Yes, sir.
So,
Sir, we can use technology to make sure that teachers who are posted in government schools, they come daily, they take regular classes. This all can be monitored efficiently with technology, sir.
okay. Now, you write poems.
Yes, sir.
What kind?
Sir, no specific kind, but I generally write poems when I have some certain experience or certain incident that takes place, and I generally write to express my thoughts, sir.
Can you tell us? Can you tell us some verses that you have composed recently?
Yes, sir. So, sir, there was this poem that I wrote titled "Who," WHO with a question mark. So, a few lines from the poems. If I can take a few extra steps today, one might wonder, to whom does the credit go? If I am kind today, one might wonder, who was kind to me at first? If I can help someone today, one might wonder, who lay a helping hand on me first? Two people, I would say, two people who are the greatest gift that any person can ask for, mother and father.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Now, you appear to be fond of all kinds of sports. Why is India so bad internationally in athletics?
Sir, I believe there are multiple reasons. Sir, I think one reason is that at grassroots levels, we don't have the appropriate infrastructure all over India to make sure that talent from each and every corner of India gets the exposure to participate in big tournaments so as to bring talent out from each and every corner of India.
What else?
Secondly, sir, I believe we do have national games and district games, but I think we tend to focus more on other sports and athletics, especially if we see the national games. Only a few states generally dominate in athletics, which gives a picture that perhaps other states are not that much focused when it comes to athletics rather than other sports. So I think that could be another factor. Sir.
Gautam, my last question. How do you see the growth of the Indian economy next year?
Sir, given
will it be at the same level of this year, or will it be higher or lower?
Sir, as per certain reports from World Bank and other organizations, they have suggested that growth might not be as good as it was this year. Perhaps the number might come down a bit, but I think with the right steps, especially with boosting manufacturing and also the services sector, I think we can manage a decent growth, sir.
What are the factors other than manufacturing and services on which growth will depend. I'm talking domestic and global.
Okay, sir.
First, domestic, you mentioned two already.
Yes, sir.
Anything else on the domestic front?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think agriculture will also play a part. Other than that, sir, domestic trade within the country, if the demand is generally higher for goods
Global
in the country.
factors. Global
Sir,
factors.
global factors, sir, inflation is one factor, especially with US dollar strengthening and
There is inflation in America. How are we concerned? We are more worried about inflation in India.
sir, when there is inflation in America, they tend to increase their rates, which leads to money being pulled out from India, especially in the foreign portfolio investment. So
Okay,
that
what
leads
else?
to.
What are the other global factors?
Sir, the Russia-Ukraine war too was a major factor,
How does it
especially when
impact us?
it came to fuel and food. I
we are
think.
getting oil at a cheaper price.
Yes, sir.
We are not short of food. We are giving free food.
Yes, sir.
How does Ukraine affect us?
Sir, India also exports certain items to Russia and Ukraine, and because of the war there, they are not able to import as much as how much they are importing from India.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Vivekanandan, during your earlier remarks, you said something which attracts you to civil services. You said civil services is something civil services offers. What was it you said for my benefit?
Sorry, sir.
For my benefit, can you
Yes, sir.
repeat what you said?
Yes, sir. Sir, civil services offers a very dynamic and versatile job, and it also offers me an opportunity to develop my
Now, you know,
personality.
Mr. Vivekanandan, the term civil services is
Yes, sir.
plural.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you use a plural word, how can you say civil services is a this? Civil services offers. Civil services offer. The civil services are. Because isn't the term civil services plural?
Yes, sir.
As a student of English literature, should you be making a slip like that? What
No,
should you-
sir. I'm sorry, sir.
What should you have said?
Civil services offers.
Civil services?
Offer.
Correct. Then that's the plural with the plural.
Yes, sir.
Alright. I just thought I'd mention that.
Thank you, sir.
You were talking about sports and discussing the issue of India's standing in the athletics world. Now, there have been reports that India may bid for the Olympics 2036. Do you think that India can afford, in terms of the monetary expenditure, to bid for the Olympics?
Sir, I believe yes, India can afford, and I also believe that if we get a chance to host the Olympics, it will be a major boost, not only in the sense that we will have better infrastructure coming up so as to improve the existing infrastructure with respect to sports in our country, but I also believe, sir, it will also help our tourism sector too, especially with the fact that people from a lot over the world will come and will try and explore India, sir.
Hosting the Olympics, do you think that will boost the standards of athletics in our country?
Sir, I don't think we can certainly say that, but yes, sir, I believe there is definitely a chance that
Where
it
were the
might
last
boost.
Olympics held?
Sir, it was held in Tokyo.
And the next one? Where will they be held?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm forgetting.
Alright. Now, you mentioned something about the Russia-Ukraine war in the context of the shortages. What are the other impacts of the Russia-Ukraine war which you feel should be noted? Impact of the Russia-Ukraine war.
Sir, I believe it is a step which perhaps takes us a little backwards, especially with the fact that we are generally trying to be in a decade which is more about peaceful existence and sharing resources and having cooperation in the global world, so as to make sure that the challenges that arise, especially with respect to environment or other things, so we can solve them together and in a cooperative way. But I think this war between Russia and Ukraine, I think it takes us a step backwards in the sense that it gives a false sense of belief that even today with strength you can do whatever you want, and
All
perhaps
right, now tell me, you said that it creates challenges. Are these challenges what the G20 has to face and tackle?
Sir, the G20 will, I believe, will definitely feel its impact, especially with the fact that Russia is a part of G20, USA, which has strongly opposed this Russia-Ukraine war, is a part of G20. China, which is in a way supporting Russia, is a part of G20, and India too, which will be hosting it. I think it will be a challenge in dealing with multiple stakeholders.
Now, you know, the US and Western countries wanted to have Russia removed from G20. This issue might come again. In your opinion, what is the position that India should take?
Sir, I believe the position that India has officially taken, wherein we have not gone to the extent of condemning Russia's actions outright, but we have said that this is not an era of war.
I'm only asking you what is the position that India should take if the issue comes up of the ouster of Russia from
Okay,
G20.
Sir, I believe India should not support such an action of removing Russia.
That will annoy countries like the United States.
Definitely, sir. But I think India has the capability, and India has that kind of diplomacy to make sure that we achieve a balance between both our partners, Russia and USA.
There have been some suggestions that India could be added to the G7 to make it a G8. Should India accept that?
Sir, I believe it will be a good opportunity for India if it can be a part of G8,
But
especially.
then Russia will get very annoyed because the G7 is very hostile to Russia.
Yes, sir.
Will that not antagonize the Russians?
Sir, I believe Russia to some extent understand that India is in a precarious position wherein India has to deal with both of its partners, USA and Russia. So when Russia certainly is grateful of the fact that India has not outrightly condemned its actions in Ukraine. So I believe India will be able to strike a balance there too, sir.
My last question. You wrote a poem, WHO, which is WHO.
Yes, sir.
But there is this organization called the WHO.
Yes, sir.
Do you think it has succeeded in the context of the challenges of COVID?
Sir, I believe initially there was a setback that WHO was not able to totally control the situation and was not able to totally monitor the situation in China. But I think WHO has learned its lessons. It had sent a team also to China to study, and also I think it is trying to make
No,
sure.
but 1 minute. You said it had sent a team, but that team said that everything is okay in China. And that means the report was an eyewash. So, was the WHO fulfilling the mandate that it has been given?
Sir, I think to some extent it was not able to do that, but with
Not
eventually
able?
with,
What do you mean by not able?
sorry, sir.
It was not able to means why? How was it disabled?
Sir, in the sense that in the initial stages, WHO did not take any significant action, especially when.
No, how he was not able to? I am just referring to the word able you said. Okay, carry on.
Sorry, sir.
By the way, where is the WHO located?
Sir, it's in Geneva.
And who heads the WHO? Who's the Director General?
I'm sorry, sir.
Who's the Chief Scientist?
I'm sorry, sir.
You don't know?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Gautam. You have new education policy we are having. What is your opinion about it?
Sir, I believe the overhaul was necessary, especially when it comes to education. Sir, the steps that have been, or the initiatives that have been proposed, especially with respect to the credit system and having systems wherein one can change and study different and diverse subjects, I think it is certainly a positive step, and it will help students to explore more fields, and maybe they will not be restricted to certain fields, sir.
Okay, any negativity in this? Any problem, criticism of?
Sir, I would not say negative, but I think the key to this scheme will be its effective implementation and making sure that
No, any provision. Implementation, so we don't know what will happen. But point here is that we are asking about the policy. Is there any provision in the policy which is objectionable or something not very good?
No, sir. I don't believe there is any significant.
Self-financing course to the universities and in place of grants, system of loan to the universities. What is your opinion about it? That is, according to me, that is not a very good point. What is your view on that?
Sir, I'm sorry, I did not quite understand.
Self-financing courses
Yes, sir.
by the universities.
Yes, sir.
And then there is a provision that universities will not be given aid, but they will be given grants. They will be asked to raise their own revenue.
Okay, sir.
On that, what is your take in the new education policy?
Sir, I think grants are. I don't think grants in a way is bad. Certainly, the universities might struggle a bit initially, given the fact that they are not directly being funded, but it will make them.
How they will get the revenue?
Sorry, sir.
From where they will make the revenue? One is that they say that self-financing courses. Is there any problem with the self-financing courses? Do you think like that?
Sir, as of my understanding, in self-financing courses, the fees is generally it is a significant amount, and the students are expected to pay that fees. But when it comes to grantee aid in government colleges, the fee is extremely reduced. So that is one way wherein they can
New
generate
education
revenue.
policy proposes that fees they should generate revenue, universities, and government can give the loan. That is the basic proposition in that. Anyhow, we'll go to the next one. Railway management service, that new service they are proposing. What's your opinion about that? Earlier there used to be from all the services, the management used to take place, taking on deputation or something like that. Are you aware of it?
Yes, sir. Sir, there was this news which said that there was kind of classification within the railway services, wherein people coming in from UPSC exam and others coming in from the railway exam, there was a kind of classification or a kind of differentiation between them. So it is said that to reduce that and make sure that each and everyone comes from the same platform at the same level, they have introduced this IRMS, sir.
So this service will include only engineers or somebody else also?
Sir, this year I think it is open to all, but from next year, since the mains will be conducted differently, there are certain subjects which are available for optional, which if I am recalling correctly is generally technical in nature, sir.
So it is good step.
Sir, given the fact that the job profile is technical in nature, I think it is a good step, sir.
Okay, regarding football, this FIFA Cup was held.
Yes, sir.
Something new pattern was seen in this FIFA Cup. What are the new points or new steps?
Sir, the first thing that comes to my mind is that this year the additional time that is given, so basically it's a 90-minute match, 45 minutes and 45 minutes. But if there is a certain injury or if there is a certain break due to yellow cards or red cards, then the referee gives additional time. So this year FIFA made sure that effective playing time was not less than 90 minutes. So in many matches we could see that the match went above even 100 minutes, so that effective playing time was not less than 90 minutes. That is one thing, sir. Secondly, sir, the offside technology, completely automated offside technology was introduced this year, which through the video assistant referee, it was made sure that even the minutest of offsides was called and the goal was not given, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sorry,
sorry,
you want to ask something? Yeah.
One more question. Regarding sports, already you have discussed with the honorable members. I would like to know your opinion on whether sports should be a competitive sport or it should be, particularly in India, or it should be a sport for health only. Why to go to competition? What is there great about it? After all, what is the aim of the sports? Just to win medals or to have good health?
Sir, definitely one of the aims of sports is to have good health, maintain good fitness, and also I believe the other aim is to foster competitive spirit, sportsman spirit. So definitely that is one aspect, sir.
One
But-
minute, 1 minute. Competitive spirit and all that, there are a lot of injuries takes place in that. Health
Okay, sir.
suffers.
Okay, sir.
What is the benefit of that competitive sports?
Sir,
As such?
given the fact that sports nowadays is not limited to a hobby, sir, I think it has gone even in India. People are pursuing sports as a career option.
No, I'm asking your opinion whether
Yes,
it
sir.
should be limited to the health only, because we have budget constraints are also there. Why to spend so much amount in making this thing, that thing? Make stadiums every big town or villages and all that. Promote that, so everybody plays something. Good health is maintained, so that they can be good citizens and contribute to the national growth, rather than going the few people going there and stressing themselves and competing and lot of this thing problems in their body.
Sir,
They have to exert.
sir, in my opinion, I think competitive sports should be there.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.